And today, I'm gonna go over the 3 objections when representing buyers. So if you're a real estate agent, you certainly wanna make sure that you watch this video. And if you're a first-time buyer, these are probably gonna be the most valid concerns that are gonna prevent you from pulling the trigger on that purchase. Number 1, I need to think about it. That's one of the ones that we hear the most, and guess what? It's very valid. I wanna think about it. Usually that means that there's some major concern that we as the real estate professionals have not uncovered. That's a problem for the buyer, and we need to unravel that concern. And it may have to do with time. It may have to do with time, meaning I need more time because I'm waiting on the rates to drop. I'm waiting on the market to crash. I need more time so that I can come up with a bigger down payment. Or I need more time so that I can fix my credit. Those are concerns that have to do with time. One of the common ones is, the concern is price. I need to think about it because of the price. Okay, are you concerned with the purchase price of the home, or are you concerned with the mortgage monthly payment? This is a valid one. Another one is the product, the type of home that the buyers are looking at, which means that either we're showing them houses that they're not interested in, or the type of house that they want is not in their price range. And that's why it's important that we as buyers make some sacrifices, because when you're a first-time buyer, this is probably not going to be your forever home. Buyers usually move every 5 to 7 years, so keep that in mind if you're a first-time buyer. Another one that's very common objection is, I need to talk it over with my spouse. That's a big one. You'll never make a decision without your significant other, your spouse, because again, it's probably the biggest purchase that you'll ever make, and you want to make sure that you consulted with your team, your spouse. Another one, I want to keep looking. You guys don't have an idea of how many times I've heard that in my 18-year career. I want to keep looking. And it's a valid one. And again, we need to reinforce what's important to us. I want to keep looking, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. I totally understand. Again, we need to validate their feelings instead of being pushy and coming across as salespeople. Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to deal with somebody with a salesperson breath. So I want to keep looking. I totally understand. Hey, listen, what kind of a property are you looking for? Are we still looking for that 3-bedroom, 2-bath? Has anything changed? The more questions you ask, the more you'll know about the client. But these are the 3 objections. I need to think about it. I need to talk with my spouse, and I want to keep looking. But the more questions you ask your client, the more you'll know. Is it a time concern? Is it a price concern? Meaning they're concerned about the purchase price, or are they more stressing about the monthly mortgage? Or simply, what they're looking for does not exist in the market. They're looking for something that will give them a mortgage of $2,000. That mortgage payment in today's real estate market, especially Southern California, guess what? It doesn't exist. So it's important that we set realistic expectations, and as buyers, that we are willing to make sacrifices and concessions, because again, if it's your first home, you may not necessarily qualify for that 6-bedroom, 4,000 square foot home with a pool and a jacuzzi and a lazy river. So you'll have to make some concessions. Follow me for more real estate tips, and I'd love to connect with you.